Hey, hello guys, how are you today? I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and it's such a wonderful privilege to be here. It's good to be alive. It's a privilege to be able to share with you guys in good health and strength and vitality. God has been good. God is good, to you and I. And like I always say, if you're alive, that's all you need, okay? Once you're alive, you better thank God, right? A living dog is better than a dead lion. There are a lot of things we get bothered about, but only the living can be bothered about those things, right? So as you're joining me, tell me your name, your city. I'd like you to share this video as many times as possible, right? 50 times, why not? On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, share across different social media platforms. Get everybody in here. Tell them Dr. Steven is teaching. And I love today's topic. We're looking at how to become financially free, of course, in 2021. How many of you would like to be financially free? If you like to be financially free, can you type, I love to be financially free in 2021? I want you to speak it. Remember, whenever you're in my class, it's a very engaging class. You talk, I talk, right? I want you to engage me. Remember, as you're joining me, tell me your name, your city. Share this video 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Daisy from Imo. How are you? But I want you to type it. If you want to be financially free in 2021, can you just type that? Type, I want to be financially free in 2021. This is very important because many of us don't realize how powerful our words are, and that the breakthrough you and I seek starts with our words. Being able to use our words to call forth those things that be not as though they were. And if you're going to be financially free, you have to want it. You have to be hungry for it. You have to desire it. The biggest mystery behind poverty is that people actually want to be poor. They just don't know it. Many people are poor because they actually are not yet ready to be rich. They just don't know it, right? They don't know that they are not yet ready to be rich. And it's very, very important that you realize this. And I think this is very, very key. So as you're joining, your name, your city, share this video on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Share at least 10 times, okay, across all different platforms. So you have to be hungry for success if you're going to have it. I'll be sharing with you 4 powerful principles to become financially free in the year 2021. And these are principles I use. They have worked for me. They've helped me to build a global brand, and you too can do the same. It will work for you any day, anytime. As long as you're ready to do what I'm doing, as long as you're ready to follow what works and the principles that are embedded. But the first thing I want to say as foundation, okay, how many of you want to be financially free in 2021? I want you to use your hand to type it here. Type, I want to be financially free in 2021, okay? Why I'm asking you to do that is because the first process to all this financial wealth and prosperity begins with your tongue. The power of your tongue, your ability to communicate to the universe what you want. That's where it starts from. Okay? Your ability to communicate your desires, your positive desires, your hunger to the world and say, I want this. I want success. I want to make it. Okay, somebody always said that until you desire to be successful as badly as breathing the air, you can't have it. You have to be hungry for success. Many of us are not hungry for success. We just hate poverty, but we're not hungry for success. Like, we're not ready to be successful. We're still okay to manage it, right? We're still proud of poverty. I've seen people literally say, we poor people. Who put that in your hand, in your mouth? What is it to be proud about poverty? Now you say, we poor people. Who added you to the category of poor people? Who added you? You added yourself. You say, we poor people. We poor people. And you just have to understand. I was born poor. I was born in the northern part of Nigeria, Maiduguri, right? We were poor, and poor people called us poor. We lived in a place there was no electricity, there was no running water. I grew up without electricity, without running water in Maiduguri, right? Poverty was serious matter. And I remember my parents were good people. My mother was a good woman. My mother died of ovarian cancer, primary early, because we couldn't even diagnose it. We didn't even have money to take her to the best hospital where they could diagnose cancer. I have seen poverty and I know what it does. I hate it with passion because it has snatched love people from me. Right? Some of you who are still okay with poverty is because you've not seen hell. I saw hell. I know what poverty can put you through. I watched my mother die. Okay? Knowing that we probably could have, have her for another 1 year or even more if we had had money to take her to a good hospital. If we had, since she started the complications, we were able to have taken her even to a private hospital. So don't tell me about liking poverty. Don't tell me about how it is wrong to be rich. Don't tell me that nonsense because you obviously don't have an idea of what poverty does. That's why you're saying that nonsense. You don't have an idea. If you do, if you have seen it raw, if you've seen it take your loved one away from you, you will know what it means to understand that poverty is a disease and you have no business with it. Okay? And poor people are good people. There's nothing wrong with people who are poor. It's just that poverty in itself, okay, is something you should not desire for yourself, not even for your enemy. How many of you are getting value? If you're getting value, type I'm getting value. Remember to share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all your social media platforms. Your right hand side, you see Facebook party icon. Click on that icon and start inviting all your friends. I asked for a statement. I want everybody to type it down. How many of you want to be financially free in 2021? I want you to type it. I, Stephen Akintayo, want to be financially free in 2021. As simple as that statement is, you have prophesied over your destiny, you've released the positive words, and you've started that journey. Just saying it, that in 2021, I do not want to be poor. I remember it was 2008. I made up my mind. I wanted to be a millionaire. And I said it, and I wrote a check to myself that I'm going to make $1 million that year. And by 2019, I didn't make it that year, but by 2019, I made my first $2 million. So there's power in the spoken word. There's power in writing things down. So I want you to type it right now. Everybody type it. I, okay, will be financially free in 2021. I want you to type it. Everybody type it. I will be financially free in 2021. Beautiful. I can see a lot of you are typing. A lot of you are typing. A lot of you are typing. Good, 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 good. Remember to share this video at least 10 times. You can share 20 times, 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Just hit the share button. Even your enemy should be invited for this class because like I always say, if your enemy, okay, were to have been rich, they will not have time for you. It's poverty that caused them to have your time and to hate you so badly. If they were wealthy, they would have been busy doing something else. They won't even have your time. So get it serious. So I want to share 4 powerful principles with you guys. 4 powerful principles. That's what I want to share. Famous is asking, what do I do for a living? Famous, just Google. There are 2 G's you need in your life, God and Google. When you see people, just Google their name, right? That even gives you a more realistic version of who they are rather than what they are saying. So you don't know who I am, what I do for a living, just Google Stephen Akintayo, right? It's as simple as that. Okay, I see a lot of us do that. You just meet people and then you are wondering who are they. Google their name now. Google 2G you need, God and Google. How many of you are ready for me today? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, let's do this. How many of you are excited? You're ready for today's class. 4 ways to become financially free. Now, many of them, you will be shocked. They are not even what you think you want to hear. They are not even what you most likely want to hear, but they are powerful. By the way, I'm not here in Dubai. We just opened our Dubai office and we're having an open day tomorrow, Tuesday, 14th. Oh, sorry, tomorrow, Tuesday, 12th, and Thursday, 14th. We're having an open day in our office. What does that mean? It means you can walk in, ask questions about our products and services, ask about how, you can partner with our company, and things like that. Okay, so if you're in Dubai, you can join us for the open day tomorrow, Tuesday, 12th, as well as Thursday, 14th. Okay, so the first principle I want to share with you today, okay, how to become financially free in 2021 is what I'm teaching. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach. First principle: overcome the need to please people. Overcome the need to please people. It's going to be shocking to many of you, but if you can just overcome the need to please people, you have conquered poverty by 50%. Let me say that again. If you can just overcome the need to please people, you have conquered poverty by 50%. For those of you in Dubai who are asking, just scroll down this page. You are going to see the details of the activity. You register because of COVID, we want to regulate the volume of people. So register via SMS, the best time you prefer. The details are attached, so go check it out. But let me continue my conversation. I want everybody to help me type it. Overcome the need to please people. Learn to say no. That is the first principle that will make you financially free in 2021. And I'll break it down for you. I'll take my time to explain to you. Many of you are poor today because you don't know how to say no. Family members come and give you stories of how, mama teacher has died and they need you to send money to them, and you keep sending money to them. You yourself, you don't have a single asset in your life. You don't have a house that you've built. You don't have a land that you've invested in. You don't have shares. You don't have equity. Because every of your money, you keep giving it out because you don't know how to say no. You just want to please people. You just want to be nice. You just want them to like you. Guess what? Human beings cannot like you. It's just the way human beings are wired. They are wired never to like you. You are good, they will complain. You are bad, they will complain. That is how human beings are wired. That's how human beings are wired. So the first thing is to quit wanting to please people. Many people cannot start a business today because you want to please everybody. Let me give you a typical example. When I started one of my first business, I was selling popcorn. I was a student in the university, right? And I had to sell popcorn. I hawk popcorn. I would be shouting, buy popcorn, buy popcorn, buy popcorn, buy popcorn, buy popcorn. That's how I used to shout. Funny enough, I pastored my fellowship. So we had this group of pastors on campus, right? They were in the university. It's either you're a cultist, that's one of the ways to be a big boy, or you're a Yahoo then, was new when I was in university, or you're a pastor. You pastor a fellowship. So a lot of people on campus respect you. They call you Pastor Papa and all those things. So my fellow pastors of other fellowship, we went for one conference. It was Daystar event or something. And, they move around like, big men of God. All of them give stories of how they graduate school, build big churches and all of that. There's nothing wrong with that. And then they were working. Me, I was busy selling popcorn. At that same conference, everybody came for. I was buy popcorn. So I remember when I cited my colleagues that came from Osu, all pastors of fellowship in Osu, because it's an event for students from all campuses. As I cited them, I was so excited. I started packing popcorn that I would give them. Do you know they turned? By the time I raised my head, they had all turned back. I was told they were ashamed of me. They were ashamed. And listen, let me say this. There's dignity in labor. There's dignity in labor. By the time we finished Osu, 2 of them asked me for a job. Because while we graduated and they were looking for a job, I, opened my own office. Immediately I graduated from school. Why? I was not willing to please people. I knew business is what I wanted to do with my life. And I started it on campus. When my mates were sagging their jeans, were bouncing about, were playing big boy, I was busy organizing trade fair. Ask those who went to Osu. They will tell you. I will organize trade fair, I will fail. Yet, I will sell popcorn. Yet, there was no business. As long as it's a legal business, I will do on campus. Ask my colleagues, I sold books. I hawk electronics in Ijebu when there was ASU strike. Rather than go home and be sitting and be eating my mother's pounded yam. Okay? I came to Ijebu and started hawking electronics, knocking from one house to the other, begging them to buy electronics from me. Okay? There is dignity in labor. Many of you are poor because of what will people say. Many of you have found good businesses to do, but you are ashamed to do it because what will people say? Until you overcome, listen, and I repeat this, if you overcome need to please human beings, you have 50% overcome poverty. If you overcome the need to please human beings, you have overcome poverty by 50%. So the first principle I'm teaching you tonight, everybody, on how to become financially free in 2021 is to overcome the need to please human beings. Human beings can never be pleased, and you are not out to do that job. You're not out. Many of you are poor. For example, you enter a bus, some of you here, okay, and then you meet your old friend, and then the next thing to do is say, I will pay your transport fare. Did you budget that money? Listen, if you do it at my level now, God has taken you to that level. But you know your pocket. You know where you are. You know you didn't budget to pay that person's transport fare. But because you want to please human beings, they don't bother pay the transport fare. I'll pay for you. Did you plan it? Did you budget it? Some of you, the money you are supposed to be buying blocks to build your house, that's what you have used to buy crate of Maltina that you keep giving people to come to your house. And if they come, crate of Maltina. The same price of Maltina is the same price of one block. One block. So in other words, one crate of Maltina is 12 blocks. Now, if you give strangers that come to your house every week, if you spend 2 crates of Maltina, in a year, you have enough money to build a 2-bedroom flat. The money for 2-bedroom flat, for blocks for 2-bedroom flat, you use it to dash family and friends and neighbors and well-wishers and greeters. And you're wondering why you're poor. You're wondering why you're not financially free. Okay? You're wondering why. Because you just want to please every human being. Everybody must be pleased. If you are getting value, can you type, I'm getting value? Come on, guys. I'm fired up this evening. I'm sharing with you how to become financially free in 2021. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'd like you to share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Invite all your friends, even the ones that come and drink free Maltina in your house and are reason why you are poor. Invite them. Tell them to come and listen. And tell them next time, don't expect Maltina in my house. Because, okay, life is in phases, men are in sizes. Leave your size pattern. Now, there are some things I can afford to do. I just hosted about 20 of my staff and some of the people who added value to our company last year. All of them, all expense paid trip to Dubai, all paid by my company. We're having another batch of 15 people coming, okay, by Friday. I can afford it now. But when I started, I had to understand the fact that I needed to live a more conservative life. Okay, when I started the concept of building wealth, I knew I needed to live a more conservative life. And I was wise enough not to play big man. But the beginning of that is to learn to stop pleasing people and learn to say no. Learn to say no. Can you borrow me this money? No, 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 no. What are you borrowing the money for? They borrowed the money from you for 1 month. The time you ask for your money back, what will they tell you? With all the blessing of God in your life, Dr. Stevie, you are asking for the money back. How God has blessed you. You're a wicked man. You want me to give you the money back? You couldn't even give me an extension. God blessed you. It's even because you borrowed me money, that's why God bless you. But the person did not say he wants you to dash him money. He said, borrow me money.
Many of you, money that you should have bought your own property, that you should have used to buy land, that you should have used to invest in your future, you've borrowed everybody just because you cannot say no. I want everybody to make a vow. Type it here. In 2021, I vow to learn how to say no. I want everybody to type it here. In 2021, I vow to learn how to say no. You can't just be saying yes to everything. There are some things you need to say no. There are some things you need to say no. Pleasing human beings and pleasing everybody is the number one reason for poverty, ladies and gentlemen. You are wondering why you're poor. You want to please every human being. You want to be the nicest person. They should like you. Okay, can we take like to the bank? Okay, who does like help? Will you use like that they like you? Will you use it to collect money in the bank? No. So why the culture? Why the need? Why the hunger? They must like me. No. So number one, how to become financially free in the year 2021. Learn to say no. Stop pleasing human beings. Begin to think of how to please your God, your maker, the person who created you. Ask him, how do I please you, Lord, this year? How do I please my maker? Many of us have offended God just because we want to please other people. Even the God that created you, you didn't even ask him, how do you please him? You just want to be nice. You just want everybody to like you. It does not work that way, ladies and gentlemen. And what I've learned, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're the nicest human being in the world, when it's their turn to help you, many will not show up. My mother is one of the best, nicest human beings in the world. When she died, the siblings she used all her money to help were the ones that wanted to take the only house she built for her children. The same sibling. Human beings are human beings. So live your life. Put a structure. I remember I met a young man here in Dubai 3 years ago. I had to do a video with him. This young man, he's washing car. He works in a car wash here in Dubai. Can everybody type car wash? I want everybody to listen carefully. Because if you can get this right, your life will turn a 360 degree. So I want you to listen carefully. He was washing car here in Dubai. That's the job he was doing. For 3 years, all the money he was making, he was sending to his uncle in Nigeria. And I said, what happened? He said, uncle will call me and say, well, my son, how are you? All my friends that used to borrow me money, they don't borrow me money again. They say, I now have my son in Dubai, right? Send me money. And that's how he kept sending money to this uncle. Yes, uncle helped him when he was growing up. But he himself was growing old. And in 3 years, did not save anything for himself. Every money he was making from washing car, he was sending to uncle in the village. Uncle was even marrying second wife with his own money. With his own money. Do you see what we're talking about? Just because he must please the uncle. Okay? He must please the uncle. This year, if you are serious about financial freedom, if you really are serious, if it is a must that you have to be financially free, then you must overcome the need to please human beings. You must overcome it. You must learn to say no. Sometimes I've had myself saying no to people and it hurts me. But I know it's the right thing to do. I know it's the right thing to do. It hurt me, but I know it was the right thing to do. How many of you are ready for number 2? Number 2, I'm teaching you 4 powerful principles. If you obey this principle, I can assure you 2021, you're going to be financially free. I guarantee that one. But whether you will do it is not up to you, because these principles are not easy to do. It's not easy. Okay, I can teach it, but I can tell you it's not easy. Even for me, it was hard to say no to people. But I had to keep training myself. I had to keep going for listening to books, reading books, okay, that helped me to over time grow and format my brain to being able to say, no, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I cannot do it. Today, I have powerful principle that has helped me. Many of you, the reason you are financially broke is because all the money that you have used to change your life, you've borrowed everybody you know. In fact, when I learned the principle of learning to stop borrowing people money. It was one of the hardest. Because I realized I don't know how to collect my money back. People will borrow money from me. They will say good words when they needed the money. They will beg me. They will say everything I needed to hear when they needed to borrow the money. The time I say, I need my money back, they begin to insult me. Some of them will say, with all the blessing of God in your life, you mean you want the money back? Are you sure you want the money back? So today, I have a principle. I do not borrow people money. I'm not the bank. I don't borrow people money. It's a principle. I don't borrow people money. Right? It's a law. I just don't borrow because I don't know how to ask it back. And I know when I'm asking my money back, you will be angry with me. Right? You will be angry with me when I start asking my money back. You will insult me, you call me names. You will say, I don't understand. I'm not caring. So I don't borrow money. The little I have, if I can afford to give you, I will give you. But I don't borrow people money. And it's a powerful principle that if you can pick up, I promise you, your life is going to change, guys. Your life is going to change. As simple as just choosing to say, and I don't borrow money from people either. It's one of my powerful, I don't borrow money from people. So, no matter if I'm broke, I'd rather sell something. Okay, I'd rather sell something when I'm broke than borrow money. Right? So when I'm broke, I will sell something. But I will rather sell something, okay, that can help me to raise money than go and tell somebody to borrow me money. So I don't borrow money from people. I don't borrow people money. Again, how many of you are getting value from this? If you're getting value, type I'm getting value. Remember to share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Invite all your friends. I'm teaching a powerful principle, how to become financially free in the year 2021. This is Dr. Stephen Akintayo here, Africa's most sought after investment coach and serial entrepreneur. Okay, let's go. Number two principle on financial freedom for 2021. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, number 2, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2. Okay, reduce your liabilities while increasing your asset. Reduce your liability while you increase your asset. Reduce your liabilities while you increase your asset. There was a period I had to tell my children, my wife, we moved to a new area. And that area, the school fees for the children was like 400% higher than where we were coming from. And I remember my wife started saying, we must send our children to the best school, the most expensive school here. I said, babe, me, your husband, right? Am I this rich today? I'm not the richest man. But am I this rich today because I went to the best school? I even learned how to spell the word THE in GSS1. So I said to my wife, we will not run into debt because we must send my child to the most expensive school. Rather, babe, I would prefer that we look for the good school. And the good schools are not always the most expensive schools. Can we look for a good school that will send our children, particularly the one that will teach them morals, good moral principles, rather than thinking the most expensive school equal the best school? It was hard for my wife to swallow, but I insisted, and he helped. And he helped us to be balanced, because we now didn't run into debt just because we were trying to form big man in a new community. Today, I live a very simple life. I remember I drove the same car for 4 years. People will be looking at me and be saying, what's wrong with me? This car has suffered. I said, no, leave the car alone. It is property I need to acquire, not car. When I arrive, you will know. Today, all those who used to mock my car, they know God has blessed me. They know God has blessed me. It's not by car. It's not by car. Some of you, just to please people, you have increased your liabilities. What are liabilities? Anything that take money away from you. What is an asset? Anything that brings money money to you. So a car is a liability as long as you are not using it for Uber. The house you live in, your own house that you bought with your money, you live in it. It is not it's not an asset. Except you rent the house out, or you live in half of the house and you use the remaining for Airbnb. Because the house you live in is still a liability. Every year you need to spend money to renovate one thing or the other. So anything that brings money is an asset. Anything that takes money away from you is a liability. Until you get the concept of asset and liability, you continue to struggle for a long time. Continue to struggle for a very long time. Right? If not for coronavirus and then the period I travel, even my cars in Nigeria, as I travel, I told them, use it. Right? If you can use it for Airbnb or rent it out. Because what's the point of a car that you just park somewhere? What's the point? What's the point? Rent it out. Let me give you a story, for example. I have a show called Investment Chart in a Rolls Royce. How many of you I've seen my investment chart in a Rolls Royce before? If you have seen it, type 1. If you've never seen the show, type 2. You can go to my YouTube channel at Steve Akintayo TV. You need to watch it. Now, how many of you know investment chart in a Rolls Royce? Powerful. But how many of you know that most people who owns Rolls Royce, true story, and particularly the ones that, yes, even globally, because even here in Dubai, I had to rent a Rolls Royce for my show because I had to do the Dubai edition of my show. And all of you know that those who own Rolls Royce always make back the cost of the Rolls Royce in 5 years from rental. If you know, type 1. If you don't know, type 2. That's why never compare yourself with a rich man. You do not understand the strategy and the principle they are using to build their wealth. You don't get it. You don't get it. An average Rolls Royce costs, let's say, average of, I'm just giving an average, right? $350,000. $350,000, right? That's the cost of an average. Now, to rent out an average Rolls Royce, rent out, it costs $1,500 to rent it out. Okay, per day. Now, an average owner of a Rolls Royce is able to comfortably, get 70 days in a year where he rents out the Rolls Royce. I'm talking of those who professionally list their Rolls Royce, put it online, really do proper marketing. So if you divide, right, $350, right, 350. So that means if you multiply 70 times 1.5, that gives you about 100. So they're already making $100,000 every year from rental. In 3.5 years, they've made back the money they used to buy the Rolls Royce. Now, let's even say they were not able to get enough people to rent it. They only rented it out 50 days in a year. In 5 years, they have made back the money. This is how wealthy people live. So even the Rolls Royce that you think they're just trying to show and buga, actually, many rich men have converted that Rolls Royce to an asset because they are able to rent out the Rolls Royce and use the Rolls Royce to make money. So you will sit down there, you'll be admiring them. You even be envying them. You even be abusing them that their head is not correct to have bought a Rolls Royce, but you don't know it's a business. I intend to buy private jet very soon. But even before I buy my private jet, I want to open a private jet club where I'm going to be renting out my private jet. To rent a private jet, for an hour, costs $10,000 for an hour. For an hour to rent a private jet, $10,000. You do the maths. In 2 years, you can pay the money you used to buy the private jet. In 2 years, 3 years, max, if you commercialize it. So the point is learn to reduce your liabilities and increase your asset. Come on, guys. Is this making sense? If it's making sense, type this makes sense. This makes sense. My name is Dr. Steven Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach, Monsieur Entrepreneur. If this is making sense, type this is making sense. I want to share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Hit the share button and share. Invite everybody in. Tell them Dr. Steven is here. On your right hand side, you see that Facebook party icon. Click it and invite everybody. Get everybody in here. So, number 2, reduce your liabilities. Some of you have 2 cars. What are you doing with it? What are you doing? And life is in phases, men are in sizes. When you get to that level, we know, but you are not at that level. What are you doing with 2 cars? Wife has 2 cars. Husband has 2 cars. and you still are living in a rented apartment. What are you doing with the 2 cars? Right? Your wife can have 1 car. Your husband have 1 car. Simple. Which one with 4 cars? One of the most annoying thing that you see, you go to certain areas in Lagos, okay? For some of you who know Lagos or are from Africa, from Nigeria, where I'm from, you go to some of these places. It's so annoying that you see people living in 2-bedroom apartment, and then they park cars everywhere, disrupt the entire road, because one family that is still living in a rented apartment already has 6 cars. 6 cars, 6 cars. What are you doing with it? 6 cars. 6 cars. And even pastors are not helping matters sometimes. Some of them, the pastors are even the one praying for them. Oh, congratulations, let's pray. Oh, good news. What is good news about a car? A car that you are not using for Uber is not a good news. Oh. It's not a good news. It's not a good news. Because that car is increasing your liability. It's increasing your liability. So why not increase your asset? I will rather, how many of you have more than, okay, if you personally have more than 1 car here, type 1. Come on, let's confess. Confession time. We are confession time. Yeah, I told you. I'm your doctor here. A confession time. Don't lie. God is watching you. If you personally have more than 1 car, type 1. I'm not talking about you have 1, your husband have 1. No, I'm saying you alone. You have at least 2 cars, type 1. So come and confess. Thank you, Felix, for being sincere. So can you do me a favor? Sell 1 or turn 1 to Uber. Simple. Get a driver. Get a tracker to track the car, and whatever he's doing, John Obi, sell 1 or use it for Uber. Okay? There's no point. There's no point. Some of you, you drive, you are not yet a landlord, and you drive Land Cruiser. How dare you? Those who are tenants don't drive Land Cruiser. If you are not yet a landlord, you do not qualify to drive a Land Cruiser. You are not qualified. Or Land Rover, or Land whatever. You do not qualify. Become a landlord first. Start by being a landlord. After you're a landlord, then go and buy your land, whatever you are cruising. Okay? But for you to be a tenant, you are not yet a landlord. There are some of us who have properties, we rent it, but it's producing business. So we are not bothered. Okay, some people, you may have houses. I know people like that. You have houses everywhere in Lagos. But because you prefer to live in maybe Lekki Phase 1, you have to rent that place. That's okay. I'm not angry with that. Some of us do that. Where because we prefer a certain location, we have other properties everywhere. But what is important is that you must have property of your own. You must have land of your own. It's a bitter truth, but it's the truth. Okay? If you are here and you are watching me, you have a car and you don't have a land of your own. Land of your own. Village people are your matter. You just don't know it. And I'm not kidding you. You are watching me right now. You have a car. You have a car. And you don't have a landed property in your name. Village people are on your matter. You just don't know. But they are on your matter. They have literally sit down on your matter. They are already doing press up on your matter. You have a car. You don't have a land in your name. They are doing press up on your case. And I'm not kidding you. So you are now saying financial freedom, financial freedom. You are the one doing yourself. You are the one against your own destiny. You are the one fighting your freedom. You are the one. You are the witch and wizard doing yourself. You are the agbano in your life. You have a car and you don't have a land in your name. You are the one doing yourself. You are bewitching yourself literally. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You can't do that. You can't do that. Reduce your liabilities. Increase your asset. Increase your asset. On a regular basis, increase your asset. I have at least 20 sources of income. Can everybody type it? 20 source of income. I want you to type it. Stephen Akintayo. I have 20 source of income. 20 source of income. 20. 20 source of income. How many do you have? How many do you have? And I'm growing it by the day. And I'm growing it by the day. Growing it by the day. Aggressively growing it, including the international ones. Including the international ones. Somebody say, what about foreigners? This principle is a global principle. What are you talking to me about? I currently own a business, an office in Dubai. I'm about opening another second business here in Dubai. What I'm teaching is global. It's global. It's global. Don't they do Uber in the US? Don't they do Uber in UK? Don't they do Uber? Is Uber only in a particular place? These are powerful principles. In fact, it's you that you are in diaspora that we should flog the more. If you choose not to have a property in your name and you have car. Go. I just returned from Baltimore now. Let's just return from Baltimore. And when you are in the house of a black man in America, you will know. How will you know? Plenty car in front. And I'm not kidding you. You will know by plenty car. The other day you saw me take pictures in front of Warren Buffett's house. This last trip I was in the US. Some weeks ago, many of you saw me take picture in front of Warren Buffett's house. Did you see one car in the front of his house? Warren Buffett has been driving the same car for the last 7 years. The same car, one car, 7 years. You know, among the top richest person in the world. At some point, the richest man in the world. The same car, 7 years. You. Oh yeah, how do we change your money to Warren Buffett's own? How? You go all over the world. One of the ways you will know a black man owns this house is by the number of cars in front of the house. They have a garage that can park 2 cars, but yet in front of the house you still see 4. You see 4. You see. So there was some of you even saw one time somebody drove me to a particular place in Baltimore, and he was telling me all the houses here are owned by Nigeria. Did you notice car in front of all the houses? Okay, did you notice car all of the houses? So the truth remains, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for the poverty of our people is their own personal decision. How about some of you? Ashwebi is your liability. You must attend everybody's party. Hey, you say, wait, we have to join them. Okay, join them in the poverty. Continue. You want to be financially free this year. I have not bought Ashwebi in the last 5 years. And by the grace of God, I'm rich enough to start a company that produces Ashwebi. They don't just do it. For what? Even if you are doing wedding, I would rather even give you a token than buy Ashwebi that will use one day, and then the thing will be storing in my cupboard. I mean, how many of you wear an Ashwebi more than 2-3 times? How many of you? Because it's just not fit for purpose. The Ankara only fits the day of that event. That's all. It only fits the day of that event. So we just waste money and waste money. There was a woman one day, she was saying her story. She said, as a matter of fact, me, original girl, let me man wear. I just don't wear just anyhow, I use real gold. We then asked the woman, Madam, how many land do you have? No, you don't understand, but I just like taste, my taste, quality. As we preached to this woman, my friend preached to this woman, and she reluctantly agreed. He said to her, Madam, don't worry. Just be contributing 500 pounds in my hand every month. Continue to buy your gold, but contribute 500 pounds in my hand every month. As I speak to you, this woman owns more than 1 acre of land. More than 1 acre. And that's the money she has been wasting all this while. Buying gold, original gold, real gold. Poverty, you remember that story? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hand. So shall poverty rush you as an armed man. How many of you agree that this is a bitter truth? Type bitter truth. I know some of you, this thing they pay no now, but we have to say the truth. Okay? If it's a bitter truth, type bitter truth. Everybody, come on, type bitter truth, bitter truth, bitter truth. I want everybody to type this. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. As you join me, I'd like you to share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. On your right-hand side, you see Facebook party icon. Invite all your friends. Tell them to come and listen Our people need to change our ways. If we're serious about financial freedom, those who are richer, there's things they do. That's why they are richer. There are things they do. There are things they do. There are principles they follow. And if you want to join that club of rich people, then you have to start doing what they do. So number one, we have shared. You need to overcome the need to please people and learn how to say no. Number two, reduce your liability and increase your asset. Put more money into what brings money rather than putting money into what's taking money away from you. Buy asset, buy shares, buy stocks, buy land. Start a business. Okay? But make sure by every means possible, you invest in building asset. Can everybody type here, I will invest in asset in 2021? Everybody, come on, talk to me. Remember, we love interactive class. I want everybody to type, I will invest in asset in 2021. Everybody, talk to me. Again, type it. I will invest in asset in 2021. I want you to type it. Use your hand to type that. It's very critical that you type it. Remember to share this video at least 10 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Share across all social media platforms. Get everybody in here. Okay? Invest in asset in 2021. Number 3. Okay? Start a business online. Start a business online. The universe has just changed. Many of you who thought internet business doesn't make sense. See what COVID has done. Many people are in lockdown. Some of you are in tier 4 of lockdown in the UK. Okay? In the US, if Joe Biden, is sworn in on the 20th, who knows whether he's going to decree a lockdown on COVID-19. Right? So the world may enter another massive lockdown this year again. So, but if you have built an internet business, you will still be able to make money from the comfort of your home, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you, how many of you have noticed something very strange? That many African shops in diaspora, even African restaurants in diaspora, do not do takeaway. Did you notice that? It was strange. I just returned from the US, and I visited Maryland, Houston, Texas, New York, even Nebraska, Omaha. And in many of these places, some of these places, I tried to buy food from local Nigerian restaurants. And I checked Uber Eat, right? Uber Eat or something. I couldn't find them there. Some of them, when I called them on phone, what's going on? You guys are not on Uber Eats. They start giving me stories. And I'm like, even with coronavirus, with lockdown, some of you have not woken up to the reality that you need to use technology to push your restaurant business. When are you going to wake up to the internet? Number 3, if you're going to be financially free in 2021, ladies and gentlemen, you must have an internet business. It is compulsory. Dole. Your outside we say lafia, dole. This one has become dole. Not even with COVID-19. You just have to have a business that is internet-based. You have to just be able to make money from the comfort of your home. You have to be able to, and there are many businesses like that. There's e-commerce business, there's content monetization. There are several businesses you can do online. If you go to my YouTube channel as Steve Akintayo TV, I have taught 20 businesses you can do on the internet. 20 solid businesses that you can do on the internet. And even if your business is not an internet, business, you can bring it on the internet, put it on the internet. Make sure you are actively using the internet to sell your products and services. That's the only, years ago, Bill Gates used to say this powerful thing. He said, if your business is not on the internet, you will soon be out of business. And it's becoming reality today. You know how many businesses fold up in 2020? Because many of them are not on the internet. A big, supermarket in the UK, one of the biggest in the UK, years ago, they were supposed to have invested in e-commerce. Foolish leaders decided not to invest. That entire, how many of you are in the UK? Can you remind me the name of this particular supermarket? The company literally crashed because they were losing money. And as COVID hit, it just crashed them, finish. Because during COVID, they couldn't open, and that just finished the business. So it is real and it is serious, guys. You need to invest in it. And you can learn it. It's never too late to learn, ladies and gentlemen. Never too late. Don't give me those crap of, but I don't know how to do internet business. It's never too late. I've done a university, StephenAkintayoUniversity.com. Okay? Go there. We have taught more than 20 businesses you can do on the internet in that university. It's an online university that teaches you on wealth creation, on business opportunity. Go there. Go and sign up. Watch those videos small. Over time, you open yourself up to how you can start this thing. Call your children. Those of you who are older, call your children. Let's watch this video together. Okay, enough of watching Nollywood. How much have you made from watching Nollywood? Right? Let's watch a video about how we can start a business, how we can turn things around. Okay? It's important, guys. It's important. So number 3, start a business online. Start a business online. I am afraid that in the US, there may be another lockdown. Okay? In the US. And some of you watching me right now, there's already lockdown where you are. The question is, how much money are you making? Or you're going to continue to wait for government to give you money? You fail to realize that inflation is eating the money they are giving you. Look at in the US, for example, what you were able to buy in 2019 for $1. Now you need $1.50 to buy it. So, and look at even the UK. I said, was it last year I was in the UK? You need at least $2 to buy 1 British pounds. Right now, 1 British pound is equals to $1.40 something cents. The British pounds have been beaten and battered because the more government keep printing money, the more the currency is being devalued. So even when they are dashing you money, the power of that money is reducing. So you want to still find a way to make your own money. You want to still find a way to put a business online and make money from the internet. Again, how many of you are impacted by this class? If you're impacted, just type, I'm impacted. I'm impacted. Come on, guys. Engage me. Engage. Dr. Stephen here. Come on. This is a free class. You didn't pay for this. So if you're impacted, just type, I'm impacted. I'm impacted. Number 4, and the last one. If you're ready for number 4, type, I am ready. This is the final point. If you're ready, type, I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay? And if you're impacted, also type, I'm impacted, I'm impacted. Remember to share this video on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. At least share it 50 times, or 10 times, or 20 times. Okay? You will be doing your neighbors a blessing. You'll be changing their lives forever. Okay? By sharing this video on those groups that you belong to, that many of them just gossip and talk rubbish. Share the video. Tell them, come and learn something that will change your life forever. Learn financial freedom. So today's topic is how to be financially free in 2021. And I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach and a serial entrepreneur. Number 4, and that's the last point today. Stop playing religion and stop traditions. There are many religions. Listen, you need to be spiritual, not religious. Let me say that again. You need to be spiritual, not religious. In my church, we're doing 21-day fasting. Beautiful. Okay? I'm also joining. Beautiful. You need to pray. But if you do 21-day fasting and you don't have a business, you're on your own. You will fast and remain poor. If you do 21-day fasting and prayer, and you are not offering something, can everybody type, I will become a producer in 2021? The bottom line between rich people and poor people is that poor people are consumers, rich people are producers. So if you like, do 21-day prayer and fasting. If you refuse to produce something that you can sell in exchange for money, you will still be poor. You will still be very, 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 very poor. So as you are praying, as you are fasting, you still need to start a business. You still need to invest. You still need to look for something to do that will generate liquid for you. This is how to do it. I remember Daddy G was saying one time, he said, he used to say this as a lecturer in the university. He says, pray as though prayer is the only thing you need to pass my class. And he will say, read as though reading is the only thing you need to pass my class. And I think that's the attitude you need. Pray in 2021. But run a business. Invest as if investment is the only way. And still go ahead and pray. As if prayer is the only way. But to do one and leave the other, you're on your own. The poverty will mama you where. So stop religion. What you need is spirituality. Many of us are just religious. You have to start a business. Listen, for you to start a business, what you need is called logic. Can everybody type logic? Everybody, I want you to type logic. Logic. That's what you need. I've seen people fail in business because you know who they consulted to start a business. You know who? They are prophet. Prophet that know Jack next to Jack about that business. You say, hey, Oli, about me, let me check. Will that business work? I don't get it. Go look for somebody who is successful in that business and ask him to be your business prophet. The same way you have spiritual prophet, you need business prophet if your business will survive. Not to go and call, I call it religion. To call number 4 is stop religion and tradition. Stop religion and tradition. Start logic. Look at the insult that is happening to many of us that are very religious. You see the insult now. Bill Gates is an atheist. He doesn't even believe there's God. Elon Musk is the new richest man in the world. He doesn't believe God exists. So, Oga, you that you believe there is God, you that you have fasted, you've called all your prophets, you've called your affairs, they've prayed. Why are you not rich? Is your God poor? It's not poor. I'm a Christian. I believe God, silver and gold belongs to God. God has everything in his hands. He has the whole world in his hands. But the reason why we believe there is God, whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, the reason why we are not as rich as the atheists is because the atheists use logic. And you need logic to grow a business. You need logic to grow your business. You need logic to invest. You need logic to be wealthy. Logic. Stop religion and tradition. Some of you, your own is tradition. Tradition. Right? If something happened, if it rained that day, then it's a bad day to start a business. Oh, me, I don't invest in business every Monday. Monday is a day I will never invest in business. Nonsense tradition. Nonsense. Some of you, the reason is because in our family, we have never succeeded in doing e-commerce. Are you kidding me? Who told you? In our family, nobody succeeds in a business. Use logic. Everybody type logic. Where is the logic in that? That your entire lineage, there's a business they don't succeed in. Where is the logic? Oh yeah, show me the logic. I had a friend. He relocated to New York from Nigeria. I always share his story because it's a very funny story. And it typically, so he's one of the first job he got was a tourist guide. So when he got to know I'm in New York, he took me to tour New York. And I remember I was taking pictures. He kept shouting, don't put me in the picture. Don't put me in the picture. I didn't put him in the picture. I took my picture alone. The next time again I came to New York, we also had another friend. We had a seminar, so it was part of the seminar. After the seminar, some of them were closer to me. I took them for lunch. And we're eating, and of course we took picture. Naturally, he showed in the picture because we're all together at the table. I posted the picture on Facebook. Immediately he shouted, pull it down. The witches that followed me to America. You don't understand my family. They killed my father. They killed my mother. It's now 3 years this my friend has been in America. This last time I was in New York. I just noticed I was doing video, he wasn't running. I was taking picture, he wasn't running. In fact, at some point I brought it. I just said, what changed? If you told me he sent money to his family people to build house, I said, you. Hey, the same you that say you don't want anybody to know that you are in the US, that the witches in your village are changed. So I had to, funnily ask, I said, so have the witches that you didn't want to know that you are in America, have they died? He busted into life. If I started denying that, he never said, I said, Oga, you told me we must not put your picture on like that. The witches that followed you from America. And I used to tell him that. I said, let's even assume the witches were trying to fly from from Nigeria down to America. It is winter. Snow will have melted their wings. And at some point before they get to America, they will have fallen. Oga, there's no witch following you to America. Fulfill your destiny. Some of you own businesses. Instead of you to market your business online, you say your village people must not see you. You know, if they see your business online, it will crash. Where is the logic in it? Where is the logic? Logic. Here you type it, logic. Logic. Some of you will also say that family members will start asking you for money. That's why we started the number one point. Learn to say no. Family member call you. Uncle, you're in America. Your business is doing well. Yeah, my brother, we thank God. Hey, uncle, send me money. I'm sorry, I cannot send you money. But uncle, your business is doing well. The business is credit card we use. Credit card. Aburo, do you know credit card? He said, I don't know. Google it. I'm using credit card money, bank money. It was a loan. No. So I do not have the money to give you. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. Rather than putting yourself in a position where you cannot scale your business, where you cannot use the internet to grow your business. You saw one very ignoramus person that came on my page. Now, how many of you saw her some time ago? This lady came on my page. Okay? And the first statement she made was that I should stop bragging. How many of you noticed that if, you know, something about cover your glory or something. I don't know what she was saying. And you see, there's so many wrong adage that made many of us poor. Tishu any bata, a man for all bony. Are you kidding me? The issue did not tar well. There are some issues that tar to a point you cannot cover it. It's uncoverable. And pray to God that your issue must tar in a way that you can't cover the issue. Does that make sense to you? Because there are so many cultures and traditions that is limiting your success. That's limiting your success. And yet, the same you that say witches are chasing you, the same you are the one that go to church every day. Are you saying your God is not powerful to have killed the witches that have been haunting you in your village? Is that what you're saying? Because it just doesn't make sense. It's not even logical. You are the one that go to church every day to pray. Yet you still believe witches from Nigeria are still chasing you in America, in the UK, in Dubai. And you go to church every day. Are you saying your God is not powerful enough to have killed the witches in your village? Okay? So let's wake up. Okay? Let's wake up. So, because if you want to be serious about growth, you want to be serious about moving your life, your business, your finances to the next level, you must advertise your business. Everybody is selling something. What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? You must sell something. You must sell something. And for you to sell, you have to advertise it. So if you are playing all this game of people must not know, how will they do business with you? How will they do business with you? Okay? So, wake up. How many of you are happy? If you're happy, type I'm happy. Come on, guys, talk to me. How many of you are happy about what you've learned today? How many of you are happy you've been blessed? So today we taught on how to become financially free in 2021. Okay, and we share 4 powerful principles. Number 1, overcome the need to please people. Okay, and learn to say no. If you are happy about what you've learned, please type I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Come on, everybody, type I'm happy. Number 2, reduce your liabilities and increase your asset. You need to go and study and understand the difference between a liability and asset. Right? Economics will tell you that a car is an asset, but actually in financial school, okay, in the school of wealth creation and financial intelligence, a car is a liability except you're using the car for Uber. In the school of financial intelligence, the house you live in is a liability except you rent the house out. So you need to understand these powerful principles: asset, liability, asset, liability. Number 3, start a business online. Okay, with the way the world is going and with COVID-19, if your business is not online, you'll soon be out of business. You do not even own a business if it's not online. So you just have to, and if you don't have an online business, start one. And you can visit www.stevenakintayouniversity.com to be able to learn how you can start an online business. A monthly platform is $47 every month to be there. I think there's $17 for the first 2 weeks. So you can opt out if you don't want to continue with the university, but that's how it works. And then number 4, stop religion and tradition. Because many of us are struggling big time because we have lived our life in religion, in tradition, in superstitions, and that's what has wrecked our lives big time. I want to say I love you all. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch my Rolls Royce show. It's a powerful investment show. We have amazing guests we always invite. And it's going to change your life forever. You can also visit my website. I've written 35 books. They're all on Amazon. Just type Stephen Akintayo on Amazon. You see all my books. They are life-changing books, and you need to go through them as they will change your life forever. This 2021, right? And I think you need to have that attitude. So a lot of you admire me. You admire all we're doing. We just opened our Dubai office. We're expanding all over the world. And many of you are happy and you've been excited. Okay, but I need to tell you the truth of how I got here. I need to tell you the things I'm doing. Else you will just be deceived to think that, it's easy to be successful. For you to be successful, you have to take some very strict, tough decisions. People may not like it, but in the end, when God bless you and you cannot afford to take care of them, they will know that you made the right decision. This ain't me. That is very shrewd. And today I'm able to afford to bring 20 people to Dubai and bring another 15 people to Dubai. Right? All expense paid trip through our company. Right? So if you can just it's called delayed gratification for a period of your life. You will ultimately get to a point where all those things that everybody is struggling to get, you get it with ease, without pressure. But you have to make sure that you take the right decision and you understand the foundational level and sacrifices that need to be made, okay? The website is StephenAkintayoUniversity.com, okay? StephenAkintayoUniversity.com. For those of you asking, you can go there and sign up, and there's a lot you are gonna get. By the way, come on, show me some love if I added value to your life. Huh? Come on. Africans do not celebrate people until they die. Me, I want to be celebrated while I'm alive. See all this one that you Africans only celebrate people when they die. Look at Ubon King. When he died, everybody, I never knew Ubon King was that popular. Everybody, everywhere, Ubon King, oh, we miss you, oh, a great man. Why not celebrate the man like that when he was alive? Me, I want to be celebrated when I'm alive, not when I'm dead. You now start saying one story. I'm dead. Let me know how you feel about me now that I'm alive. If I teach you something and the thing enter, it added value, tell me, make me feel it, let me understand it. Okay? Express it. It won't cost you anything. Show the love while I'm alive. It's not when I'm dead. You know, Dr. Stephen, the guy, oh, he changed my life. Yeah. Oh, you. Say it here. Let's hear. Send me a mail of how my messages have been impacting you. Write an article. Use my picture. Tag me while I'm alive. Let me read how I'm changing your life. Let me read about the impact I'm making. I want to read it while I'm alive. There's no point when I'm dead. Okay? So in my lifetime, let me see the impact of my work. That's what's important here. Okay? Because we do that a lot. Thank you, Jerry. All of you, I want to appreciate you all. I love you so dearly. Good night, everybody. Love you. Remember the YouTube channel at Stephen Akintayo TV on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. There are more than 1,000 videos that will change your life there. All free. Costing you nothing. My YouTube channel is free. You have life-changing content there. So go there. Subscribe at Stephen Akintayo TV. Love you all. Good night. Love you. Bye-bye.